Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 58. Taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions. Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick of the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came in.
Now Jackson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Throwing again. Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Yards to go.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge, and let's see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Calculated risk, it didn't work out. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd. Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Clark at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. This will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Mack.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. Taken down right at...
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
The second
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Jets nothing.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll They'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Jackson. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. 5 plays yards there on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Jets 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass on
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
number 87.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
At the 41.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 41 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 27, Jackson gets it quickly to Galladay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 45. Incomplete.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, called it the 26.
First and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going for Metcalf, and that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? But this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our players' spotlight. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case. 5-4.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Lamar Jackson sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Short throw to Disley.
Jackson's pass.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. Touchdown, New York. Lamar Jackson, 57 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on him, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Back to throw here.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and you...
And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. short throw to Disley.
Jackson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. On second down, it's Mack. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 10. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throw.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
For the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's that man again, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Second down pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nicole Hardman with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Witherspoon on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Four-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got him in. Complete. He's in for the Seattle touchdown. Mecole Hardman with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 64 yards, and the Jets are able to get a score back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receiver.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. That is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep. The guy's man, complete. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
New York ready to go again offensively. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. For the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by a Cal Witherspoon. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The first down pass.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Brings up third.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.